Podcast. Thank you for listening to episode 4 of StD Podcast, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Say bye, Captain.
Bye. Alright, well, like, subscribe, share our video, share our podcast. This is StD Podcast. If you like it, share it with all your friends. You can follow us on Twitter, KonyaTKMR. We do our blogs on takamillia.net as well. If you want to follow Dran, he is _Dran. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. He posts about what drama he's watching, so there's no point following him. But well, again, thank you for listening to episode 4, the reversed episode. I've got this crazy idea, as I said in the beginning of the episode, that I've always wanted to do a podcast that is just reversed. We'll start with the ending and we'll end with the beginning. And what do you think? I think we did pretty well.
I think it turned out okay.
Yeah.
It's a retarded idea, but somehow we pulled it off.
Well, you did say it's retarded, and that is exactly what we do. So.
Yep. It's okay.
All right, and now for the ending. Well, actually, and now the listener's corner. Congratulations! This week we got nothing. So screw you all. Screw all 4 of you listeners out there. We hope that you will. Having that said, please continue to send us any feedbacks, any questions you want, any suggestions for all those cool segments that we just finished. Let us know and we'll involve you in the part of our show. We would also like to give a shout out to Yum Yum, who continues to seed a lot for us, even on days that we're not available. So we appreciate that a lot. Thank you. And we also appreciate everyone who tries to seed. Good job.
Okay. I think I'll edit in some cricket sounds in the background of that segment.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Okay. So next up we have our regular segment, the improv game.
Yay! This is usually the highlight of the show that comes near the end, which is exactly what the segment is right now.
So we're about to wrap up, and before that we're going to play our improv game. This time, if you saw last week, you know that we changed the game to Film Noir, and we're going to continue with that game for this week, and then perhaps change it to something from weeks following this, but for now, Film Noir. And if you've watched or you listened last week, you should know what Film Noir is, so we're not going to explain that again.
For those who didn't, it is an awesome game. Well, let's give a very short explanation, in case we get new listeners. We might get 5 listeners instead of 4 this week. Who knows?
I doubt it. We might get 3 instead of 4 this week.
Alright, well, quick explanation.
Okay, so
go.
Film Noir. How do I explain? So Film Noir is basically an old style of cinema. It's quite dark and gritty, and it's like. I think you described it last week as basically being like the game LA Noir.
Yeah. Hence the word noir.
Yeah. I think that's the only way I can describe it. It's just go look up Film Noir on YouTube or something like that, and you'll immediately know what it is.
Right. And as for the game, during different parts, as we're improving the game, coming up with lines, we will also
deliver little monologues. Yeah.
We'll do small monologues to the side where the other person would assume they can't hear what we said. So, well, if you still don't understand, just listen to it because it's a lot of fun for us anyway. Please give us.
Okay, so our scene this week is that the first person, that is Sanrio, is a staff member at a concert, and his job is basically to check tickets and bags for cameras when everyone is trying to get into their seats. And I'm going to be the second person who is a fan who's being checked. I think that explains it pretty well.
Yep.
All the details you need to know. So let's begin.
All right. We will begin in 3, 2, 1. Sumimasen, please open your bag. Let me take a look. All right. Would you have any cameras in your bag, sir?
The staff member tried to approach me, and he was asking me really personal questions about whether I had cameras or not. I wasn't too sure about where he was going with this. Excuse me? These are my cameras.
Well, we're not supposed to have any cameras in the theater, so I just want to know if you got cameras in your bag. I don't know why he is so confused about my question. I just want to know if he has cameras or not. It's not like as if I'm asking for his bra size. So, sir.
What do you mean? There are cameras all along the front of the stage, recording everything.
It is as if he has never been to a concert, or if he has no common sense. Sir, of course there are cameras at the front of the stage, but as the audience, you're not supposed to have cameras. And are you saying that you have a camera in your bag?
He seemed to think... He looked at me as though I were retarded or something. And I wasn't quite sure why, because I was just using my flawless sense of logic to deduce that I should be allowed to have a camera if I wanted. Am I supposed to have a camera?
He asked the question with a completely retarded face. And it was clear to me that he has no sense of logic. Sir, now that you mentioned it, do you even have a ticket?
Of course I have a ticket. It's right here. I pulled out the ticket and showed it to him.
Huh, I see. I looked at the ticket. It was a ticket for the bus. It wasn't even a bus in Japan. I am now considering calling the cops. Sir, if you don't mind, we can step aside. Do you know where you are or who you are?
Now he started asking retarded questions. Of course I know where I am. I'm here at the London Philharmonic Orchestra.
It was clear to me that this man has no idea where he is, who he is, and I think we need someone to help. Sir, I'm gonna call the cops right now, so you can just sit down, relax, and put your pants back on.
I think we should end it there.
Yeah.
Just with the line, put your pants back on.
For some reason, it always comes down to that.
It does, doesn't it?
Alright. So for those people who don't know, when you go to the concert, there are actually staffs bottlenecking the crowd. You would go in the line, they would expect your bags to be open so that they can look at it. They look at it and then they ask if you have cameras. To be honest, I always have my camera in my bag because I never check it in with them at the counter, which you can do that for free. Or you can put it in the locker.
Yeah.
But I never check it in. I just tell them I don't have a camera because I don't bring it out anyway. So, if there are staffs who are listening right now, sumimasen. But please don't tell them.
But if they check your bag, do they just ask you if you've got cameras? Do they actually look in the bag?
Yeah, they do look in the bag too. But I think when they look in the bag, they're looking for other things like if you would have like a huge ass glow stick, which you're not supposed to have, or not supposed to bring into the theater, or if you
Right.
got a grenade, maybe, who knows?
Grenade.
Just in case, right? So in one sense, it's a formality, but on the other hand, I can see why they would do it, to see you're not starting like a bunch of water balloons waiting to throw at who knows, right?
I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
So that is the improv game, and if you got awesome ideas, good suggestions, or anything really, let us know by commenting below. Which I think at the end I will probably forget to say that you should comment below, but we'll know when we get to the end of the show, right? Alright, now for the next segment before the improv segment, the StD Dream Factory, one of my personal favorites. This week I have nothing for you because I've been very busy and I've been dreaming about other stuff that should not be shared here. But apparently, Dran, you got something, right?
It's not much. It's really quite anticlimactic when you hear it, so don't get your hopes up.
Wow, way to tell people to turn off the show.
Exactly. That's what we do, remember? We're the masters of understatement. And by masters, I mean we're decent at it. So, yeah. It was a weird dream because I had no idea where I was or what was going on or why I wasn't wearing any pants.
For some reason, I feel like that would be referenced at later segments of this show.
But yeah, it was in this giant, like, you know those multi-story car parks? It was like a big open area, kind of like that, but like it was walled off, so it wasn't open. If you catch my meaning. And I was in this place, and the other Barry's members were there, and for some reason I was completely naked, or at least down to my underwear. I don't recall which. And naturally you're quite embarrassed to have the Barry's members see you in nothing but your underwear.
Really, I've never experienced that, so I can't tell that I would be embarrassed.
I'm sure you would.
I would like to try that, but
give it a try. Next time you're at like a handshake event or something, just run up onto the stage in nothing but your boxers.
See you in jail.
So yeah, I remember that, like, people may or may not know this about me, but I have like a terrible fear of spiders. Like, I just freeze up if I see a spider, even like a tiny one.
Okay.
Stop falling off, Captain. She does that a lot. No one knows what I mean by that.
Well, if they heard the beginning of the show, they would probably know.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, I have this fear of spiders, and all of a sudden this giant ass spider appeared out of nowhere. And my first instinct was to hide behind the girls.
I like where this is going.
Because that's what you do. It's based on a true story, I think. So yeah, I was hiding behind the girls and trying to like squash up by this wall.
By the wall, you mean Masa, right?
No, I mean by the wall. Masa was in front of me. And me squishing up squeezing up to Masa while only wearing my underwear, that could be misconstrued as sexual harassment. Just a bit. Yeah. So I was hiding behind the girls as this giant spider just crept towards me, and then I woke up in a cold sweat. And it was there that I discovered that I'm a coward.
Nice.
Actually, I always knew that.
Nice. So what we learned is that when there are spiders, you hide behind girls.
It's true. I have done that in real life, actually.
Nice. I don't know about you, but whenever I dream in a dream and I'm for some reason naked, I'm always full on naked. Like, I would not have my boxers or anything.
I might have been. I can't actually recall.
I feel like every time I would be completely
at the time with the giant spider thing going on, it didn't seem that relevant. So maybe I just didn't pay much attention to the fact after the initial realization. But Yeah, I think it kind of ties into a fact I read quite recently, which was that I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I did read it, so it must be. Which is that people are more scared. A lot of people are more scared of spiders than they are of death. And I was reading that, I thought, actually, that's probably kind of true.
I guess if
I mean, do you have any phobias like that?
I guess if you're asked what are you afraid of, people would say spider or water. Yeah. They wouldn't say death. But if you ask which are you more scared of, people would say death more than spiders.
You think? I would probably say spiders.
Well, you are 1 in a million, I guess.
But do you not have any phobias like that?
Yeah, I got a phobia of Dran naked.
Okay, that's a very rational fear.
But other than that, does not relate to anything we talk about, but I did a health check today, and they had to do a blood test. So when the nurse, they got my arm ready, they wrapped something around my arm, and they're like, alright, I'm gonna take a shot to take the blood out. And I'm like, hold on a moment. I'm gonna take off my glasses, and I put my hand in front of my eyes, and I said, it's better if I don't see anything. And they're like why, like, would you faint or whatever? No, I would be completely okay. I just don't want to see it, don't want to know it, don't tell me about it. So, yeah, when I see blood, I get kind of weak.
Okay.
Which is awesome.
In those situations, I tend to get more weak, like, with the anticipation. Like, I don't mind seeing the blood, but it's like sitting there knowing that in just a few seconds there's going to be a needle sticking out your arm. And it's that makes me really, like,
Okay, to tie it back to idols, a fun fact about Kamei Eri was that whenever she had to do a shot like that, well, when she had to take a shot, it's not even a blood test, to take a shot. Right. There was one time that she had to fall asleep first. She was like, alright, we're gonna take the shot, but can I find like a bed? I'll fall asleep, give me the shot after I fall asleep. So she did that, and it was like...
Did they actually let her do that?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I don't think most like doctors or nurses would really be patient enough to let her do that.
I don't know, man. If Kamei Eri comes up to me and be like, can I fall asleep here? I'll be like, totally. Please do. Please don't wake up until I kiss you. The other thing was that she was sleeping. So after a while, when she woke up, there were nurses and doctors around her looking at her and being like, who the hell are you? Why are you sleeping? So that was something I heard from the Hakuba 2 stars, which is an awesome
Nice.
Okay. So thanks for your thanks for contributing to the STD Dream Factory, which is an awesome name for a segment. STD Dream Factory.
Yep.
Sweet. Alright, so what is the segment?
So next up is our What If segment. Everyone's favourite segment, which is true of all of them. I've already said that like 3 times during this show. So what if? Simple segment. We ask a hypothetical question and we answer it.
And
not much to it.
Spoiler, but we didn't get any listener mail this week. So we got our own question.
Is that really a spoiler?
Well, it will be. I would say that again at the end of the show, but we haven't got to the end yet. Right?
Oh, I get it. Yeah. Yep. So this week's question is, what if we had the power?
You gotta say it like that, man.
What if we had the power to pause time and resume anytime? So yeah, basically, if you were Hero from the show Heroes, and you could control time. Everyone knows who that is. You're the only person who hasn't seen Heroes.
Because I don't care about stupid things like that.
So, I mean, granted, the show is like, I don't know, 6-7 years old now, but
I would pause the time right now and cut you because you're referencing something that doesn't matter. So just answer the question, man. If you have the power to pause time and resume, what would you do? Regarding idols.
Not counting the whole sex offender kind of.
No, yeah, of course we don't
mentality.
Do that, man.
No, of course. I wouldn't do that. I would like pause time so I could get more sleep in the mornings.
Wow, as a superhero, man, I finally have my superpower. I'm going to pause time so I can sleep more. It's gonna be so cool.
Exactly, it's brilliant.
Oh man.
Your alarm clock goes and you just go, oh, fuck it, pause time, hit the snooze button, and go back to sleep for a minute.
Wow. I don't know if I would even need an alarm clock. Here's what I would do. And here's I would really do. I would go to a handshake event. I would pause time. Well, I would do my handshake first. And right after I'm done, I would pause time, cut the line. So I'll be the next one in line again. And then go through. So right after I finished, I would pause time, walk to, well, being the next one in line again. So that pretty much right after each person that the idol shakes hand with, it will be me again. And I think we just screw with her. Like, she would be like, didn't I just finish? Didn't you just shake hand? Like, weren't you just here 5 seconds ago? I think I would have fun with that.
Yeah. You know what I would do? I would go to like, I would go to where they're recording like PVs. I would pause time, sneak in, and while they're doing it, I would mess with all the cameras and lighting equipment. So the cameras would be zoomed in really weird places when I resume time.
Oh, that sounds very fun. You gave me a very good idea too. I think what I would do is whenever they have those live radio recordings,
Yep.
I would go to the studio, pause time, go in and change the script. And I just change it to something that doesn't make sense. It's like, well, like I might change the question to something like, why do you like bananas and why do you eat it 6 at a time? Right. And they would have to ask that because that's what they have in the script.
Yeah. I think more than that, you would probably mess around with the script by changing the order it comes in.
So I'm gonna make it a reverse episode for them.
Reverse. Yeah.
Oh man, so meta. I would probably just put down StD Podcast like here and there.
Yeah.
So
in their shout out section, just put down shout out just to us.
Yeah, we would like to thank our sponsors, Sanrio and Dran. Huh. Yeah, I like that idea. All right, let's go something deeper, because what we're doing is still too legal.
We need to go deeper.
Whoa. Look at my top, it's still spinning. All right. I would go find out. Well, I would go to one of my favorite idols' house. Let's just use Ichii as an example. I would go to her house.
Okay.
I would pause time, go in, and take out the garbage for her. So every day she'd be like, oh, someone's taking out the garbage for me. Mom, did you do that? No, I didn't. What's going on?
I love that idea. That is brilliant.
Yeah, right? Another thing I would do is that I would, well, at the same house, whenever Ichii's mom buys vegetables, I would pause time and wash the veggies for her. So that, like, right before she cooks, she's like, these are pre-washed. Where do you buy pre-washed veggies? Satoyama power. Man, well, yeah, this is how you use your power, man.
This episode actually brought to you by StD Cabbage Talk.
Go check it out. It's the best talk time ever. I would probably also pause time. I would go into their closet and I would do their laundry. But that's too easy.
Okay, that is weird.
No, but that is too. Yeah, actually, that is too easy.
That is one step above folding their laundry.
Very good point. To be honest, I would probably do both. So, yeah, I like that idea a lot. I would probably just write my name everywhere too. But here's an awesome idea. pause time.
Okay.
Take ID's cell phone and change all her contact numbers into my number. It's like whoever she calls, she'll be calling me. I think we're getting a bit creepy.
So
now.
she's. Yes, we are, but it's fine because this is StD Podcast.
Which I don't know. It's just
I mean,
creepy.
the name implies.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's move swiftly on to the next segment, which is what?
This episode of the podcast is sponsored by photo frames. Photo frames are so good. You can put your favorite picture behind glass. And this podcast is sponsored by all the photo frames in the world. That's what you get. Go buy them.
Actually, on that topic, quite recently, like within the last couple of weeks, I've spent a lot of time trying to find like poster frames for my Hello Project posters, and I cannot for the life of me find any that are the right size.
Huh.
Because Japanese posters tend to be a different size from they are here in Europe.
Oh. I guess what you have to do is to import a photo frame then.
Which is quite annoying, yeah. Because yeah, I bought one that was like, I think it was 50 by 70 centimeters, which is the standard movie poster size in this part of the world. I thought, okay, this will probably work. It's about the right size. I get it home after spending, I don't know, like $10 on it. I get it home. I take out my my cute poster. Like, you can see it's up on the wall right now. Edo. I can't remember what that single's called. The Edo one. Yeah,
handball.
That's it. Yeah. Noita.
Right, the handball song.
I brought that one out and I put it up against the clip frame. I was like, this is too big.
Oh.
There's a good 2 inches difference between the picture frame and the actual poster. I was like, damn it! And I've lost my receipt, so I can't take it back.
Fail.
So I've got a completely useless clip poster frame sitting there, and I don't know what to do with it.
Here's my idea.
So yeah, if anyone wants to buy it, then find me on Craigslist.
Dran, well, we can both sign it for you. Well, actually, Dran can. I'm too lazy to do that. Yeah, you can get a Dran signed photo frame.
You can put whatever you like.
Yeah,
in it,
go contact Dran.
as long as it's not a Hollow Project poster, because it wouldn't fit.
The _Dran. And the moral of the story is that you should always bring your posters to the store.
To the store?
Even if it is an idol poster.
Yeah.
Nice little story.
Yep.
So, before we go to our sponsors, I would like to talk a little bit about karaoke. That was a topic we wanted to do last episode, but we didn't have time for it. So,
yeah.
Well, how much do you like karaoke, Dran?
I love karaoke. I'm terrible at it, and I've never been, but I love karaoke.
Okay, wow, that makes total sense. I promise.
Well, there's a lot of karaoke on YouTube, as well as like Hollow Project singles. So sometimes I'll just put one of those on and just sing along when I know that no one's listening.
That doesn't work, man. What you need is a mic. You need the echo. You need the.
I've got a mic.
Shut up. Alright. It's different. So I myself am a huge fan of karaoke here in Japan. So let's give you a little bit of background in case you ever come to Japan for karaoke. There are two main systems out there. There is the Joy Sound system, and there's Joy Sound, sponsored by StD. And there's also the DAM system, D-A-M, not D-M-E. D-M-N, damn it, D-M-E. I can't spell. So there are the two systems. Usually, back then, if you are a Hollow Project fan, you will almost always go to the Joy Sound system. They have the best backlog for Hollow Project songs, and they seem to update faster than Live DAM, when it comes to new songs too. They also used to have more music videos, but very recently with Live DAM, they had this campaign last year where they had several live performance songs from the Yokohama Hinamatsuri performances last year. So it is a live performance. You see the music video, and actually, as you're singing, they also recorded the fans chant. So they would be chanting to you singing.
Nice.
So when I would sing "Crazy Something 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 Something" by C-ute, "Crazy Kansei no Otona," I would sing a line, and then the fans would yell like "My me." And if you sing like
that's not weird at all.
that's not weird at all. And if you sing "Do You Remember the 15" by Smile H, they would yell "earphones there," like they would yell that for you, and it is a lot of fun. You would hear them going "oi oi oi," and it is awesome. So actually,
since it's a live version, it's not an instrumental then. So you can hear the
no,
girls'
actually
voices.
you can. It's instrumental and only the fans. You don't hear the girls at all.
Right.
I don't know how that works, but it works so well that I actually jumped ship to live down. Just for those, because I would sing that every time. But anyway, I think Joy Sound is a better system for Hello Project fans in general, especially if you're new to karaoke and you want to go back to the backlog and do a lot of new songs. Well, not new songs,
Right.
old songs that you've never tried before.
Yeah.
Regardless, if you ever come to Japan, please go try karaoke. It is my favorite thing to do.
Yep.
So,
Every other week you're like, I can't record the podcast, I'm going to karaoke.
pretty much. I haven't done that recently though, because I just moved. But I will find out about local karaoke places, and I'll be doing that. So anyway, the reason I wanted to talk about karaoke was that I got two little stories to share. Not huge ones really. The first one was that it's not a real story, but when Turbos 86 was here in Japan last year, I think after a concert, right? It was after a concert, after the grad concert of Lena. The other day we went to karaoke together, and we did 6 hours together. So a 6 hour spree, just the two of us. And the thing is, we only did Horror Project songs, so that when one person is singing, the other person would be chanting. It was very tiring, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, how did your voice not just give out?
It
halfway
wasn't good, especially since I had a sore throat because I was
Right.
yelling too much at the concert the day or 2 days before. But it was a lot of fun, and we would sing songs like Kanachiki Heaven as a duet. That's so good. It's so good.
Okay.
Alright, so that was my first story, which wasn't really a story. But the second one is really a story. When I first got to Japan, and it was my first time doing karaoke, I was doing it with the new people in the company. We had a company party kind of thing. And we had 2 rooms because we had too many people. So me, my friend, and a very close friend too. Just the 3 of us in a smaller room. And we started singing. They knew that I liked idols, so I didn't care about singing idol songs in front of them.
Okay.
So I put in the song "You Remember the 15" by Smile H. And just as it was my turn to sing, I stood up, I had the mic, and the music started playing. My boss walked in. Yeah, so he walked in, and I was like, oh, damn it. At the same time, I didn't want to skip the song, because it was finally my turn to sing.
So what happened next?
So I was like, I'm gonna boss through this, and I'm gonna sing it anyway. But I also realized that he was holding a drink, and I knew that they've been drinking a lot. He looked pretty drunk too. So I was like, alright, I should be okay. So I still sang the whole song, pretend as if he wasn't there. And at the end of the song, I kind of just looked at him and see how he would react. He turned to me and he said, "You're a pretty good singer." I was like, thank you so much. Right, now please leave the room and forget about this whole thing. So yeah, that was part of my first karaoke experiences. And
So no indication that your boss was a Haruoto?
no, he wasn't reacting to the song, or else he would have yelled "earphone" there. But he didn't do that, which was too bad. I wish he did. And also, apparently, when he gets drunk, he doesn't remember anything. So that's good. Very, very good. So those two are my karaoke stories. If we should go to karaoke after recording this, by the way.
Yeah, let's do that. Straight from the TKMR studio.
Actually, we should just turn the studio into a karaoke place.
Let's do that, yeah.
We got so much space here.
More space than we can throw a stick at.
Right, yeah.
That's like 6 different sayings all crammed into one. It's brilliant. So, Captain, what do you think about karaoke? What's your preferred song? Ikimonogatari-san's Kimagure Romantica.
Oh, wow. That's a good song, I think. I don't know what song it is. But
I'm not familiar with the song, but you know the band or the singer is pretty good.
Oh, right. Yeah, they're good.
They were huge a few years ago.
They're still kind of big.
I don't know.
They're still kind of big with the few songs that are very popular.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I learned a song from them, so I could
But-
sing at karaoke too. So Captain, please, we can go together.
Yeah, let's bring Captain with us to the karaoke.
Yeah. So nice
But
that
on
you referenced her answer from Pocket Morning, which is the segment that we just finished. Even though we didn't talk about Barry's Cobalt's answer.
Yeah, but Captain was here, so I thought we might as well ask her. But yeah, next up or previously, we have the Pocket Morning section, which is my personal favorite section of the show.
I think you're gonna say that at the end of the show too, right? For the later segments too.
I probably will. I'll say it like 3 times this episode. Let's see. Well, first up, we have Morning Musume talking about karaoke.
Before that, let's credit the people. We are stealing
this.
Yeah, of course. I don't mean steal. I mean
borrow
or share the resources of their intelligence from Holo Online. So it is Epifens and Kuno, and also Roku.
Yep.
They did the translations on Holo Online, and of course we, as master thieves as we are, we borrow this from Holo Online.
Yeah. Why reinvent the wheel, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, our first question coming up is the Morning Musume question. Wait, where is it?
Good job.
I've lost it.
Alright, the question is, when going to karaoke, what song do you always choose? So implying most people when they go to karaoke, or those who go a lot, at least in Japan, there are songs that you would always have to sing at least once each time you go to karaoke.
Yeah.
So let's see what they are.
Either because you like it or you're really good at it.
Or sometimes it's like a warm-up song. I got a couple songs that I start with always.
Right, okay.
They're the songs that open up with. There are also songs that would kill me, so they're like the finale.
Okay.
Nakaraboshi is one. That
so Sayumi's
my bad. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Sayumi's preferred song is actually 2 songs: the opening and ending themes from Chibi Mariko-chan. She says it gives her energy. I don't know what Chibi Mariko-chan is.
Oh, I know. It is. Oh, you don't know. It is one of the longest running anime or manga, and it is about the story of a elementary school girl in a very ordinary family. She has a stupid haircut. Okay. She is actually pretty dumb too. So each episode, you are just watching Chibi Mariko-chan being stupid and how she behaves in school, how she wants something and she would try to get her mom to buy it for her, and things would go wrong.
Oh.
So it is a slice of life. For adults,
right.
You would see it and be like, oh, that's a family. Yeah, that's kind of like my daughter. Or, oh, yeah, that's kind of what I was like when I was their age. If you're a kid, you can probably learn a good message or two from them. So probably Sayumi, knowing her age, that was probably what she grew up with.
So it's like in the same ranges something like Doraemon.
Yes, and interesting you said Doraemon, because that is actually a song I sing at karaoke very often. It gives me energy.
It's a really good song.
Okay, Fukumura Mitsuki, her answer is Kamei Eri-san's Haru Beautiful Every Day. I don't actually go to karaoke at all, but this would be my choice, also for live footage. Two things regarding her answer. One, they don't have the live footage at karaoke. They don't even have the real instrumental version. They make their own instrumental.
Yeah, it's normal like stock footage of like fields and stuff like that, isn't it?
And the second problem with the answer is she said is Kamei Eri-san's Haru Beautiful Every Day. She forgot Aika. That song is supposed to be shared with Eri and Aika. But just like Mitsuki, when I listen to that song, I usually just turn it off right after Ellie's part is done. So, yeah, to me that's an Ellie song, but that's a good choice. I think I sang it at karaoke.
I really like that song, but it sounds like it would be quite a hard one to sing, to be honest.
Well, look forward to the next episode as Dran tries that on episode 5 of the StD Podcast.
There's a lot of really high notes in that song.
I would tell you right now.
I would be able to.
I'll tell you right now. I am actually better at singing girl songs than guy songs. I can't sing Japanese guy songs for some reason. They are too low for me. But for girl songs, I am too perfect. It is sad.
Yeah, that is quite.
I'm not a girl. I'm also not a man slut.
That's nice references to a previous episode.
Alright, next.
Okay, Eri Pon is up next, saying Hamasaki Ayumi-san's Days. Now, of course, I know Hamasaki Ayumi's music, but I don't think I know this particular song.
I have no freaking idea.
So I don't know what. Yeah, I have no idea what that one sounds like.
So, GG, Eripa. GG.
Yeah, picking a song we all know.
Even though it's Hamasaki Ayumi. Alright, next, Liho Liho. Her choice is Dream Morning Musume's Shining Butterfly. Who the hell sings Dream Morning Musume? Apparently Liho Liho. But bad choice, just because it's Dream Morning Musume.
I was quite pleasantly in like the zone of forgetting that Dream Morning Musume had ever existed.
Same.
Until she
when I read the answer, I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing. Damn it. Such a team. Alright, next.
Okay, Zuki's answer, brilliant answer. She says, Zuto skita i desu ka? And Glass No Pumps.
The first one is an IAO song, isn't it?
I believe it is, yes. And Glass No Pumps was I get a feeling it was a Gochi
it
one,
was.
wasn't it? Yep.
It was the one before.
The biggest slot in
It was
our project?
the one before Some Boys Touch. It was still
Yeah.
project. I can't imagine her saying Glass No Pumps.
Nor can I. That's the first thing that I think of when she says these songs. I cannot picture her singing either of those. Nor do I particularly want to.
Oh. I'm sure there are people who like to watch that, but you guys go ahead. We're just saying we're not particularly. Alright, next, Iqbal. Her choice is
Honey!
Honey's choice is Shokotan's Ray of Light. So we know that she is close friends with Shokotan because they like manga and they share a lot of interests. I have no idea what the heck that song is.
It's a good song.
Nah, don't care. Okay, next.
Okay, Ayumi. Simple answer, one word, Shabondama.
Shabondama!
Now, I find it hard to picture anyone other than Reina singing this, just because of that trill.
Oh, let me tell you. When Turbos86 sings this song, it is awesome. I went to karaoke with him before, which you will probably hear about that in a segment later. But yeah, I made him sing the song, and it was so awesome. Anyway, yeah, Shabondama, that's a good choice. I need to sing that too. As for Sato Masaki Machan, her choice is Kira Kira Fuyu no Shiny G. So that
Another song I can't picture anyone other than
again. Last time I was at karaoke with
you got
yes.
Turbos.
He sang it too, and he was really good. I was very surprised. It was a very girly song, but he did very, very well. Man, I wish I had footage of that. I have footage of Shabondama. I don't think I can ever upload it without him hitting me.
Upload that to the
No,
YouTube
I will
channel.
probably include that with the StD Podcast limited DVD when that comes out. I'm saving it for it. Yeah.
Special feature. So Kudu. Kudu says Sujiniku Shoujo Tais Shoujo Saisatsu. I keep singing this once since Stacy's theatre performance.
I don't know who the heck they are.
Nor do I. And I'll be honest, I have yet, despite the fact that I'm a big fan of like whole project musicals and stage plays, I've yet to actually watch Stacy's.
That song is actually from Stacy's.
That's what her answer implies, yes.
I don't know, hey, maybe she was singing that in the backstage of some other group. Who knows?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't do those theater performances. And last, Oda Sakura. Her choice is Matsura Aya-san's Zutto Suki de ii desu ka? So she can do it with Suki. You guys enjoy?
I do it, despite being a solo song.
Yeah, it is.
Tsuku can do it.
Alright, so that was the one with Morning Musume. What is next for us?
Yep. Next up we have not Berry's Kobo. Why do I have so many tabs of that open?
It was.
First,
You're
Berry's
drunk,
Kobo,
dude.
something to do with... Yeah. Berry's Kobo, is there a recent experience which was a first experience for you? So, yeah, I've got Captain here, so let's ask her what her first experience was. And she says, I ate some wine pickled leeks.
Wow. That's very baller. So,
Wine pickled leeks.
I don't know you would.
That is three things that I'd never really pictured together.
Wine pickled is one thing, like you pickled using wine instead of vinegar. But I don't think I've ever seen
a little strange to me, but
pickled with wine.
yeah.
Here's my
me
guess
neither.
though. I know
But-
that she has a little garden behind her house that she would water occasionally.
Oh yeah,
There's probably leeks that.
we saw that in
Yeah,
Hollywood
there's probably
right?
leeks that she just picked up from the garden, and she found like a bottle of wine at home, and she just stuck that leek into the bottle. It's like, Mom, I'm pickling it.
What, a single leek?
Yeah, take that bottle hole. Suck on this leek.
Wow.
I want to know her reaction to it. 'Cause she says she ate it, doesn't mean she likes it.
Yeah.
Alright,
Well, I imagine if she didn't like it, I feel like she would have told us.
yeah, probably. Alright, next, Momoko, whatever you want to call her by. Her answer is, I've come to understand the deliciousness of kimchi.
Oh.
Good for her, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, congrats. But does it mean that she ate it for the first time, or?
I think that's the implication here.
But
yes.
no, not necessarily. So I guess she started liking it. That's not really a recent experience. That is something you started. Okay. Anyway, Momochi, I'm not gonna question her too much. Next.
Okay. Chinomi, Doksa. I made cheesecake. I failed at it.
GG.
Of course she did.
Yeah.
If there's anyone who would fail at making a cheesecake in berries, it would definitely be Chinomi.
My question is, has she made it before? Was this the first time that she failed, or was this the first time that she tried?
I think it's the first time.
And it failed.
I think it's the first time she attempted to make it, and it
Alright,
went
let us
badly.
know when you successfully completed it then. Yeah, let us know by posting in the comments below, Shinami.
Yep.
Next, Masa. Her answer is that Ayacho
Masa.
came and hugged me. Why is she so cute?
I agree. What she said, just 100%.
Yeah, Ayacho is awesome. I know a lot of guys on
And so cute.
takamaruyo.net as well.
And Ichii also came and hugged me.
Yeah, dream on, man. Yeah, tell us about that in the dream segment.
That was the other part of my dream, yeah.
But yeah, Ichii is awesome. I would like to get that first experience too.
Yep. Miyabi. I made meat and potato stew for the first time. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How did it go? Did you fail as Chinami did?
Did you turn it into a cheesecake? Maybe she put it onto the cheesecake and that's why Chinami failed.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh man. I am not a fan of potatoes and stews, but I would totally eat Miyabi stew.
Really? I like meat, potato, and stew, but that's maybe because I'm a big fan of stovies, which is kind of similar.
I would probably eat anything.
I don't know if you know what stovies are.
I would eat anything Miya makes. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Kumaicho. Her answer is participating in a coming of age ceremony. It is an experience you only have once in your life, and that is correct. So, it is kind of given that this is the first experience. It's also an only experience.
Yeah.
That is a very key.
So, do you know anything about the Japanese coming of age ceremony?
So if you would turn 20 this year, you would go to the local place. Like usually it's like the shiakusho, like the city hall, or if there's like a Budokan, or there's usually a place that you would go, and all the people in the city who are turning 20 that year, they would all gather at that place. The mayor of the town or some important person would give a speech, being like, "Now you guys are adults. Like good luck out there." I know from the city that I was at before, the junior high school teachers who taught classes for those students, like they attended the ceremony too, so that they would see the students after like a good 6 or 7 years.
Right.
And I wasn't there, but from what I heard, it's pretty cool. All the girls would be wearing kimono, and they would like do their hair like crazy in the morning. The guys, I don't know what they do, kimono or suits. I don't know. I don't care, because it's the guys. But yeah, if you want to go see a lot of cute girls in kimono when they just turn 20, which sounds kind of creepy to specify an age too. Coming of age ceremony, you will see a lot of that.
Okay, so
the
just
more
lark
you
outside.
know.
The more you know, indeed. Speaking of knowing things, Risa goes up next, and her answer is, there's nothing. As expected of Risa. Brilliant answer.
You know what? I would have loved it if she said, there is something. That would be a first experience for her to answer something like that.
Yeah. Not to actually explain what it was, but just to say,
but actually,
something.
To not explain it is still not new for her. Yeah, if you gave us like a ton of details, that would be the first experience for her. That would be very meta. So.
Well, she did answer, like, I want to say correctly. In fact, I'm going to say correctly. She did answer correctly a couple weeks ago on one of our previous episodes, and that was like the first time I'd ever seen that.
I think that was episode 2 of StD Podcast. So go check it out. It is on YouTube. Also trackers.
It's also on Hollow
if
Knight.
people are still seeing for that.
So grab it in both places.
Dude, well, watch it many times. Share it with all your friends. Comment below. Anyway, last
up, our next Pocket Morning question is just juice. Same question. Is there something you did recently which was a first experience for you?
So, for Miyazaki Yuka, her first experience was, I went to rent a DVD by myself. Congratulations, Yuka, you are an adult now. I guess the thing is,
do people still rent DVDs? I thought that was
actually,
no longer
it's still
a thing.
quite common in Japan. There are a lot of big stores. Tsutaya, that's probably the biggest one. They still do a lot of rental DVDs.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess streaming or like online purchases are still not big enough in Japan yet. Yeah, and also like to do that online, you kind of miss the thing of going to a store and just browse through, right? Which in Tokyo, there are stores everywhere, so you can do that everywhere.
Yeah. I agree. It's certainly it's a good way to like find new stuff as well. You just go to a store and you go, hey, that maybe looks interesting. I'll pick that one up. You don't really get that on Netflix, but it's kind of interesting because here in the West, at least, rentals has sort of been dead for like 5 years or something.
I say so. Since Netflix and wait, we're getting way off topic.
Sort
Who
of.
cares?
Yeah, but
The more you know, right?
I'm just. Yep. Okay, so next up, Tomoko.
Oh wait, before that,
clothing.
what I really want to know about Yuka is what DVD does she rent? It's like I don't like these answers because they would tell us something, but not the details that we really want to know. So what's your guess? What DVD do you think she rented?
I think she rented Tangled, the Pixar movie.
My guess is.
I was going to say Frozen, but I don't think that's out on DVD yet, is it?
I think it is actually. I don't know for Japan, but my guess.
Well, what do you
guess?
guess?
Is she rented a DVD called Tangled, and it was a porn.
Is she? I don't think she's old enough to look at the behind the curtain section of those stores.
Maybe what she didn't write is that I went to rent a DVD by myself and not get caught.
Okay.
Alright, so next.
Yeah, Tomoko's answer, clothing decoration. I did my best using a tool called a glue gun. I like the fact that she needs to like identify that, as if we don't know what a glue gun is.
Yeah, she had to tell us that it is a tool. Itself, I did my best using glue gun. I did my best using a tool called a glue gun.
I mean, I don't know much about DIY, but I'm pretty certain I know what a glue gun is.
I just checked the Japanese version. It is like glue gun toyu dogu. So it's like.
So that's a lost in translation.
That was not lost in translation. That was completely, as you said. I used a tool called glue gun.
Okay.
Oh wow, good job. And again, like, what kind of decorations? I don't want to see it, damn it. Maybe she glued the DVD onto her shirt. The Tango DVDs that I wanted. Alright, next, Tagaki Sayuki. She is another one of those who would answer with as least details as possible. And she said, a talk-only event. Cool.
Right.
Cool story.
I assume that's like a fan club event where they don't.
I think it is the CD release event for the Juice latest CD, which of course you don't know because you don't care about Juice.
That's very true. If there's a group in other project I don't care about, it's definitely just.
You suck.
Also Yuka.
You suck.
Yeah, okay, next up is Karin. Karin Chan-san.
Sama.
Sama janai.
Chan-san dake desu.
Miyamoto Karin says tin can cultivation, spray art. Okay, tin can cultivation, I guess that means like, the whole Satoumi thing, where you're like recycling and that kind of stuff. What does spray art mean?
Vandalism.
Any idea? Okay, so it's recycling and vandalism.
Graffiti painting on garbage. I wouldn't know if that is actually two things or if that is one thing.
I'm not sure.
Like tin can.
I'm very. What does the Japanese say?
The Japanese says
tin can cultivation
two things.
and spray
art.
And spray art. So it doesn't explain at all. Good job, Karen.
Very nice. Also, of course, since it's juice, maybe she is referencing that she drank a juice out of a can for the first time. Wait, that's too far. Alright, last. Akaru. She said the first experience she had recently was she bought matching backpacks with Yuka and Tomoko. Cool. I don't know, for some reason whenever Akali answers something, even if it fits the question. It feels out of place.
Yeah. It does, yeah.
You got matching backpacks.
Maybe because
that is a first experience. Cool. I guess it would be good that
maybe it's because she always follows after Sayaka and Karin, who don't really do a good job of answering, let's be honest. And then you get back to Akari, who answers somewhat properly. And it just
but at the
feels
same
out of
time,
place.
it's like her answer was like, what, she bought matching backpacks with the other two, right? I would imagine you.
But I guess that's not really a first. I mean, it could be the first time she's ever bought matching backpacks with someone. But I don't really. If someone asked me what's something you did recently that was a first experience, that wouldn't be my answer.
Don't answer it yet because I'm going to ask you in a bit. But it's also weird, like she said she bought matching backpacks with those two particularly. So does it mean like she has bought backpacks with only Yuka and then only Tomoko, but not both of them before? But actually, that's okay. I still love you. Alright, so Dran, when you go, well, now we gotta ask each other the questions. When you go to karaoke, what songs do you always choose?
I'm like Mizuki here. I don't really go to karaoke. I don't have a karaoke place near here. So but if I was to choose, I would go with something by Berries, obviously. I would go with Cha-cha Sing, yeah. No, I would go with what's it called?
Monkey dance.
Dakshimete,
good
Dakshimete.
choice. I don't think I've sang that karaoke before. Alright, I'll try it next time in your honor then.
Upload a video of it to the
Hell no.
YouTube channel.
I have just so many views though.
Get your boss to record it.
No, I'm no longer working for that company, and it may or may not have something to do with me singing karaoke. As for me, I have a lot of songs that I will always sing, but two that I would sing almost every time is Kanashiki Heaven by C-ute, and also Tokago Junjo by C-ute. Yeah, so sometimes I would turn on the ranking, like the point system too, and those two are my highest ranked songs. Tokago Junjo, I think I got 94 out of 100, or maybe 96.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
It's pretty good.
Also, I was singing Bono, Hatsukoi Cider, and also Kata Omoi, which is my favorite song ever by How Project. Yeah, those two are really good at karaoke too. For Juice, I've been singing Watashi ga Yumai ni Dakishime Nakia ne almost every time I go. Morning Musume, not so much. They're kind of hard. They're kind of hard, especially when you're one person.
Yeah. Well, maybe because does it not have like backing vocals?
No.
Normally.
Yeah, no.
So like, I don't mean like the regular like melody voice, but like the harmonizing
Some songs
voices.
do. Horror Project almost never. Yeah.
Okay.
Juice, I was saying You Remember 15. Oh, I haven't sang Suki-chan for a while, so I gotta do that. Berries, I don't touch the songs, honestly.
Why not?
Just, they're not really my kind of songs. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, there you go. I got way more than one answer.
Yeah. There was like 6 of them. So yeah. So then, what was your? I think we've actually answered this one before. What was a recent first experience?
Okay, what's yours? I'm thinking.
I'm also thinking.
For me,
let's see.
I have had a hanami for the first time. So at a time like this, it is actually the time when the sakura is, at its finest. So recently, I just moved. I'm now in a new city, and I got invited out to a hanami party to meet some new people. So I had a hanami party for the first time. A lot of fun. Very nice, and it feels very Japanese. Yeah, that was my first experience. How about you?
Were there dead bodies buried under the sakura trees?
I did not find out, so I cannot confirm or deny.
Kudos to anyone who gets that reference, by the way. Yeah. So for me, my first experience, I don't know, to be honest. I'm not much of a new experience kind of guy.
Well, the fact that you have a towel on you as you're recording podcast, I guess that's new.
Yeah, that is new. I've got Captain on the show with me today. That's definitely new. Yeah, I had buffalo wings for the first time.
Congrats. How did you like it?
Yep.
Oh, that's too bad.
I'm not a fan of spicy food, and well, buffalo wings are kind of spicy.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad.
Yeah,
That is too bad. But at least you tried it. Now you have a story to tell on the podcast.
I do. It's a terrible story, as are all of mine.
So for all you listeners out there, if you got a cool recent experience, or if you got a particular karaoke song that you always sing, or you have always wanted to sing, let us know. Comment below, and we'll respond it in our listeners' corner.
Yep.
All right, and hey, to start the show, why don't we start with the news segment as always? And we have quite a good amount, but let's go through them quickly. So apparently, Smilage is having a Budokan concert show.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming, and it is July 15th, which is in 3 months. A few days more than 3 months. Yeah, I didn't see that coming, and I don't know if they can fill it. I hope they can.
Well, I imagine regular listeners to Konya TKMR will know that your opinion of Smilage is far from great.
My opinion,
or at least it used to be. I don't know if it's changed recently.
I know.
So you dislike Smilage, basically.
Before second gen got in, I loved Smilage. They were my top. And then, well, for more info, go search up 7 reasons why Saki-chan left.
Like every
Smilage.
episode of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is that still
It's
in the
probably
blog?
somewhere. It's probably on the internet somewhere. Wait, I didn't see that coming. I'm kind of afraid if they would fill the space. Actually, I feel like last year when Berry's Cobalt had their Budokan show, the fans and also the company themselves, they were afraid that Berries wouldn't fill the space. So they were doing a lot of promotions. Like they had Berry's Cobalt come on to the Cute Budokan performance, and they performed like 2 songs,
Really?
2 full songs, I think. And yeah, so they were trying to push it. So I'm very surprised that Smilage is getting one by themselves and not like a Smilage plus Juice. I hope they can fit it. Just because, or else it would be very sad.
Well, I don't know how Smilage are doing in terms of popularity right now, but they used to be arguably one of the more popular groups in the
Until
budget.
the second generation entered.
Yeah. Well, I think until slightly before that, to be honest. When they first debuted, I think they were really popular.
No, actually, Yushoten
and they were on TV like all the time.
Love was their peak. So right after Yushoten Love was when second gen joined, and then that was also Sakichi's last single. So after that, it went downhill.
Okay, yeah.
So they were doing really good. Second gen killed it. But I've said that too many times already. Alright, next news item. There are 2 new music videos on the official channel, so go check them out. You can go watch Morning Musume Toki wo Koe Sora wo Koe. You can also see Smilage, A Mystery Night. So, personally, I love the Morning Musume music video. The only thing I didn't like about it was the dance, especially the part when they're like doing like a shaking kind of thing, as if they're robots, just hopping to the beat. That didn't really fit well with the atmosphere of the song. But other than that, I love the music video itself, and I love the song itself too. What do you like about that? The Morning Musume one first. Yeah.
The Morning Musume one. I thought the costumes were great. The dance was pretty good. I also kind of liked the song, but as is always true with the new Color Project PVs, I hated the PV itself.
You suck.
Like, so much goddamn lens flare. Stop it with the sparkles already.
They paid a lot for that plug-in, man. You gotta get their money worth. I don't know. I like lens flares in those music videos. Like 1, 2, 3, I think it was very good.
I mean, I think for this one at least it sort of fit because it had that whole like space theme going on. And even though there are no lens flares in space, we've seen enough J.J. Abrams' Star Trek to know that, okay, there are supposed to be lens flares in space. The universe is just wrong about that. But yeah, I think, so for this one it sort of fit, but they keep doing it for like every single goddamn PV, and I'm just sick of it.
My guess is that they keep doing it so that one day J.J. Abrams would be like, wow, they use a lot of lens flare. I'm going to direct their next music video. So,
I hope they never do that.
I know J.J. Abrams is listening to StD Podcast right now. He's one of our 4 listeners, so he'll probably do that.
Is he? Well, good luck on Star Wars.
Yeah, you would need that.
Try not to fuck it up like you did Star Trek.
Alright, how about a Smiley one? A Mystery Night.
This one, aside from, once again, there wasn't so much lens flare in this one, but there was a lot of backlighting, which I'm not keen on either. The costumes are great. There's no arguing with that. The costumes are brilliant. The dance is also really, like, surprisingly good. I don't think I've ever seen Smiley dance quite so well. But the song is so, like, boring and generic.
I pretty much agree with you. The backlight, I didn't like that. The song itself sucked. It is one of those 4 or 5 parts of just random melodies that Stu came up with and just combined into one, and it doesn't fit. It doesn't feel like anything at all. It feels like a failed song. Like, that's what it sounds like to me. Which actually,
to me it feels like every other, like, generic Morning Musume and Smiley single that has come out over the last
not just
3
that,
years.
but they're also the failed versions that got combined. It's like Sunka wrote 2 versions of that one part of the bridge, and then this is the failed version, and he just stuffed them into this one song. So I didn't like the song at all. It wasn't impacting in any way. What was impacting was the outfit, and also what the outfit was holding. You see quite a lot.
Yeah. They are very revealing outfits. I mean, gone are the days when Smilage would run around in miniskirts as their big gimmick. But this, I wonder if this is going to be a new gimmick, just cleavage all over the place.
Yeah, we are the Japan #1 idols of showing cleavage. Please don't go there though. I don't want that. I don't want that in our project.
Yeah.
Overall, I didn't really like it. The dance was awesome though, but there's that. So yeah, new music videos, go check them out if you haven't yet. Go comment saying that StD Podcast sent you there. I don't think it's gonna make any difference. Next, Juice are they are having their first solo concert tour, and announced for June is what you wrote down. I didn't read it actually.
You didn't? So. I'm not sure if they've announced an actual date, or maybe they have. Let me actually just Google this.
June probably.
Just first concert tour. Yeah, it's a first solo concert tour because in the past they've done like stuff with Berries. They did a tour of Berries before, and for the first time they're doing a solo performance, which I think is indicative of the fact that Juice are actually becoming quite popular.
They are actually showing up in a good amount of TV shows. At a candy store today, I heard the latest Juice song. Another day when I was in a ramen store, I heard another Juice song too. So they are, they're getting to places. Usually I would only hear Morning Musume, and I think I heard Cute once, but lately Juice they're doing pretty good.
Okay, the fan club tour, it's not actually supposed to take place in June. No, wait, no, it's a fan club tour.
You're looking at it. Well, apparently they have a fan club tour too. News, breaking news.
That's news. Yeah, I can't seem to find as far as I can tell, it's just taking place
Okay.
in June. They haven't announced an actual date for it yet.
That's pretty cool that they have their solo concert tour. My guess is that next year they will have their Budokan show. Yeah,
Really?
that is my guess. So
A year between first solo tour and first solo
it's gonna
Budokan tour?
it's
Oh,
actually not too hard to fill up a Budokan. Even though I just said that,
I guess, but there's a lot of prestige attached to that like accolade of having performed at
yeah, but
Budokan.
they're trying for it. I feel like not just them. I see a good amount of idol groups who have had shows at Budokan, and I would look at them and be like, "Can you guys really do it?" Apparently they can. So might as well
Yeah.
go for it.
Do you think they're trying to go for? I'm not sure how old they are. Do you think they were trying to go for like an average age thing?
Average age? No, I don't think so. I think they just
No,
want
wait.
to do it.
Just members are actually quite old, aren't they?
Yeah. Yep.
Looking at Yuka's age, and she's actually
Yeah, she's
age
like 20.
which is surprising. She doesn't look
Yeah,
that.
she looks like she's 28. Okay. But yeah, I think they
Wow.
will probably have the Budokan thing next year. Speaking of Juice, there was a recent set of photos, official photos of some sort, where Akali was the center. And with that, internet kind of freaked out a bit. For the first time, Akali is center. I was very happy.
Right.
And yeah, just that. There isn't really anything I need to talk about. I don't know what that outfit is for, actually. I've seen that outfit before, but okay. Anyway, yeah, actually, she is getting popular. Next, Barry Scoble is performing at the MTV VMA. For some reason, Barry Scoble is performing there. And Ichii is going to be one of the MCs, which is awesome.
Okay.
And if you look at the other guests that are going to be there, they're actually kind of big names. You got E-Girls, which is like the Exile sister group, which is, yeah, I hate them. You get Kerry Pamu. You get some dude. I think he is quite a popular dude, but I don't know how to pronounce his name because he's a dude and I don't care. And then there's Barry Scoble for some reason. Chaiyu's the MC, so why not get Chaiyyu as like a performer with Morning Musume too? I don't get it.
Yeah.
But TM Revolution is also a MC.
That's quite big, actually.
So I'm very surprised that Barry Scoble is getting that performance chance. I don't understand it.
Well, are they? I wonder if the order on here is indicative of their like set of like their performing order. So if Barry's are first on this list. Does that mean they're the first to perform?
I don't
You think?
so. At the same time, I don't think so. I don't think so.
And the guy is apparently called Mura
Who
Daishi.
cares? His
I don't
name
know who
is
he is.
Who Cares? Is a guy. Is a dude.
Well, I'm thinking if Berries were the first to perform, that would mean that the headline act would be this Daichi.
I feel like I don't know. It's kind of weird that you would have like 3 girl, and then have a guy for the end. But hey, who knows? At the same time, it's Berries, so I don't think I'm gonna watch it anyway. Alright, so next Country Musume audition. Apparently it's going on. I think I saw it on the official website, but I didn't care. But apparently they recently also said that, according to Hello Online Twitter. Wait, no, was it? Yeah.
Yep.
Due to the large number
Yeah,
of applicants, the entry period for the Country Musume audition has been extended to August. It was August, my bad. April 20th. Sorry, I'm drunk. In the beginning of the show too. So first, I don't know who is applying for it, especially what.
That was my surprise. I didn't even know this audition was going on until I saw this tweet from Hello Online, because I don't normally care about Country Musume. But then I saw, due to a large number of applicants, the entry period has been extended. I thought, okay, not only did I not know about this audition, it's apparently attracting quite a lot of interest from from the girls who are supposed to be applying for it.
I don't understand what's going on, but
I mean, how many applicants counts as a large number? For country music? Are we talking
maybe
like
they were
6?
expecting 5 and now they got 6, so they're like, oh man, we gotta extend this, and we got no time. At the same time, I'm imagining that there are a lot of girls who are applying for the next Morning Musume audition who are also applying for this.
Yeah. So they're doing both to try and increase their chances of getting in.
Into the color project in general. Maybe.
Yeah.
I said that I would apply for Morning Musume audition. I'm not gonna apply for Country Musume because I know I'm gonna get into Morning Musume anyway.
Yeah, why bother?
There's no reason. Okay, so next, apparently the Holo project shop in Akihabara, they're installing this photo holo machine. The photo holo machines. We don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
By the time I wrote down the note in our notes, it only had a paper that said "coming soon" on it.
Yeah. Well, this news, I mean, I think it's a few days old by now. So we haven't had anything else about what it could possibly be.
I didn't see it. My guess is that you can assemble your own photo and print it out.
Oh, that's what I was sort of thinking. Like, maybe it's a way of like saving money on photo cards, so you can like print your own instead of them printing them all out and then not selling them all.
Oh, that is actually kind of smart and very cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sure sell. Or maybe
Although
you can customize the message for extra fee.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe even like a girl in front of a green screen and you can choose what the background is. That would be a smart way to do it,
but I think the one thing that would probably be bad about those is that there's a certain collector value on some of these cards because some of them are rarer than others. Some girls are more popular than others. The trading value will just completely disappear when you can just choose which girl you want and print them out yourself. So maybe that's not where they're going with this. But
also,
it's just
what you lose is that with all the photos they got displayed in the shop, you will walk around and be like, yeah, that one's really good. That one's really good too. That set looks really good as a whole. I'm just gonna buy it. I imagine when you're at the machine, you would be like, when you go to the machine, it would be, you would have a more specific thing in mind. Like I would go to the machine and be like, I got the 500 yen coin. I'm gonna put it in, and I'm gonna get only the kudu pictures to the coin that I just put in.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna look at the other girls. You're not looking at the whole set. So we still don't know what it's like yet. But if they do custom messages, I think that would be the smartest way to do it. But
yeah. Well, that's just my interpretation of the 0 facts we have, other than the name. But I think it's possible.
Right. The coolest thing would be if you could bring like your USB and have like a picture of yourself, and you can just like put the girl into the poster.
Well, there might be a camera. I've not seen the machine.
I don't think you got a green screen behind you, so it would be weird.
Oh, that's true. And it's not like a print club machine where you just have a white background behind you.
Oh man, imagine if the girls have a print club event. Alright, I'm gonna try to dream of that tonight. I messed up the order, but since we were talking about audition just a couple minutes ago, Ichii Sayaka, the second generation Morning Musume member, apparently she auditioned for the AKB group that is for 30 years old and up. And according to the news, she hasn't received the OK yet. She hasn't passed it yet, so she doesn't know the results yet.
Okay.
Yeah, she's married. She has a kid? I don't know.
Yeah, she does. I mean, this would be the 4th group if she gets in, which I'm kind of doubtful of. This would be like the 4th group she's been a part of. Because there was Morning Musume, there was that band she did, Cubic Cross. And I think there was also something else.
The Cubic Cross? Is she from Canada?
Did I say what?
I don't care. It's Ichii Sayaka. I don't care.
Yeah.
What I don't like about this announcement, several things. One is that she applied for HAD. It's like,
Yeah, what? It's like going over to the
feels
enemy.
like that, even if she doesn't matter anymore. Second thing is that
Yeah.
for some reason they said that she hasn't received the pass yet, so as if she's expecting to pass.
Well, I mean, it depends. Have any other people received
I have
the
no
pass?
idea. I only saw it on my cell phone. Like there's a very short
Right, okay.
news, and you know as much as I do. You know as much as they wrote on that Twitter amount of news.
Right. Because I mean, if no one else has like received any notifications yet, then it's a really weird thing to put on there saying, okay, she hasn't heard
Yeah.
back yet.
But regardless, that group is stupid. Ichii for 30 years and older.
It's like, what was the name of that idol group they created from AV Idols?
Ebitsu something?
The Muscats
yeah,
or something?
Muscat.
Yeah, ABC Muscats. Or
I don't
something
know,
like that.
that
Yeah,
sounds more
it's-
attractive to be honest. Okay.
I found the whole idea pretty weird, but yeah, let's move on to our Turbos news.
Turbos news of the week. Turbos 86 has been pretty active on her. I said her on his blog, which you can find at turbos86.helloota.com. He has been doing matome, which if you used to follow TKMR, it is like those Nichan threads. Then they will pick out the best answers and they will highlight them. So you will see different Nichan threads. I know there are other websites out there. There's one that I actually kind of read the Ota in translation, but I think that website.
Yeah, that's done by
Yeah,
Kenta.
but I think he goes to matome sites and then just translate whatever is on that matome site. But the way Turbo.
Yeah, if you check
Yeah.
the source links for his posts, you can see that they're all from those
Okay.
like
But the way
sites.
Turbo does is that he would go to Nichan itself, and then he would choose and pick according to what he likes and what he wants to highlight.
Right. Okay.
Yep. So there's that. Go check it out. And also he has been doing. He wrote a guide on basic Ota gear guide. So if you are new to the Ota scene, or if you are an Ota and you want to know if you got the proper equipment or if you're updated, go check out his blog and you will see that. I think the matomes are on the main takamario.net site. His Ota gear guide is on his site, so go check that out. Again, turbos86.helloota.com and takamario.net. Go check those out. Man, this week's Turbos news is actually legit.
Yeah.
Alright, and
No news sucks for Turbos
Yeah.
this week.
And the last news of the day. Momoko is now a regular on Oha Star every Thursday. So you used to see Koharu on that show. Actually, Hello Project has got quite a history with that show, because Sakichi was part of it, and then Edipon was part of it, and Koharu was there as a regular, and now Momoko is there.
Yep. I was quite confused when I first read this, like the title of this news, because for a minute I thought that they had made her into the new Oha girl.
That would never happen.
But I was like, wait a minute, aren't they supposed to pick like unknown like newcomers before for Oha girls?
And they're like
and
girls
Momochi
who are
is-
14 or something.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just an MC, then that's kind of awesome, really. Because Momochi, she used to be on like every single TV show. You couldn't like change the channel without seeing her on something. And I think that's sort of dried up at the moment. So it's nice to see her back on something with a regular appearance.
My friend once told me when I showed him Berry's Cowboy, he was like, "Huh, I've seen that girl before." And I'm like, "Yeah, you probably saw her before. You probably thought she was annoying." Yeah, she was pretty annoying. Anyway, well, speaking of Oha Star, let me share a little thing I do. I am terrible at waking up. I set pretty much 10 alarms like 10 different sets of alarms on my 2 phones and also an actual alarm clock.
Yeah,
And it doesn't work.
do that.
It still doesn't work. So recently, what I started doing was that I would set the timer on my TV, and every morning, when the time is right, it would just turn on, and it would be Oha Star. So occasionally I will wake up and be like, these kids are annoying. I gotta go find the remote and turn it off. Occasionally it'll be like, oh, they're playing a Wii game. I want to see what they are playing. And I'll be like, oh, the girls are in pajamas. That's kind of cute. So yeah, that Oha Star is my wake-up call.
Yeah, when Koharu was on it, I used to, from time to time, I would like tune
You
in.
should kill yourself for doing
Except Oha Star starts at like 7 o'clock in the morning in Japan time. My time, that's like 11 o'clock at night, so yeah. It meant I would have to stay up late, like when I had like college or school the next morning, and sit there and watch Oha Star. Just on the off chance that Koharu
Recently,
might be
I
on
was talking to a coworker about what I do, like the TV thing, the TV alarm clock thing.
Yeah.
And my coworker was like, Oha Star is still on? Apparently, Oha Star has been going on for a long while. But,
Yeah, it has.
I don't know how long, but anyway, Momochi is now there, so there will probably be more kids who will know her, and more kids who hate her. Yeah. So those are the news for you in the past 2 weeks. Stay tuned next episode so that you can catch up on the latest news. Also, like, when it comes to our later segments, such as like the Pocket Morning, maybe it would be more fun if you really like what we do. Maybe it would be more fun if you don't read it and you wait until we do it. Yeah, so you don't spoil yourself.
Well, we don't do all of them,
Well,
so it can be quite hard
right.
to.
Well, listen to us first and
to know
then
which
go
ones we're
check
going
out
to
what you missed. Yeah.
Right.
So those are the news. And well, welcome to StD Podcast episode 4. This is the first episode, and this is an idea I wanted to do ever since the early original StD Podcast days. But I never got the idea to do it. I never got a chance to do it. So now that we're doing a podcast again, I decided that we should do it. I think it will turn out great. But for some reason, I feel like this is also going to be one of our worst episodes ever. I don't know. It's just a hint. In case I forget it at the end of the show, please, after you listen to our podcast, like and subscribe, share it with all your friends, and let us know what you think and what you have in mind in the comment sections below. You can also check our blogs, which I haven't updated, even for 3rd episode. Sorry, my bad. And you can also follow us on Twitter at KonyaTKMR for the latest updates in this podcast and also from taikomoyo.net. So, well, enjoy the episode. I am Sanrio, and he is Dran, and welcome to StD Podcast episode 4.